My fiancé told me, "Your family's issues aren't my burden," when my brother needed support. I replied, "You're completely right." Then, when her sister landed in jail, I echoed her exact words back. She called me cold-hearted while pleading for my help. I'm a 29-year-old guy, and I need to vent because I'm getting slammed with every insult imaginable right now. Truth is, I'm sleeping soundly. I've been with Sarah, 27, for 4 years, engaged for 6 months. She's always been strict about boundaries. Her go-to line? "Not my mess, not my problem." I'm fine with that. I'm pretty self-reliant too. My younger brother, Marco, 24, has hit a rough patch. Not drugs or anything wild, just a string of bad luck. He got laid off when his company downsized, his girlfriend bailed, and then his landlord sold the building, giving tenants 30 days to vacate. The guy was struggling. 3 weeks ago, Marco called me. He'd been sleeping in his car for a week, too stubborn to ask for help sooner. He asked if he could crash at our place for a month to get back on track. He had 2 job interviews lined up. I talked to Sarah that evening, laid out Marco's situation, and said he just needed our couch temporarily. Her response? "Your family's troubles aren't my concern, Ethan. We've talked about this. I don't do family rescues. He's not asking you for anything, just me letting him stay on our couch. It's my home too. If Marco had managed his life better, he wouldn't be in this mess. His lack of foresight isn't my emergency." I was floored. He lost his job to layoffs. That's not bad planning. Everyone should have 6 months savings. That's basic adulting. Not everyone can swing that, Sarah. She scoffed. "Look, I'm not trying to be harsh, but I've worked hard for our life here. I don't want it thrown off by your brother's issues. If you want to help him, book him a hotel or something. But he's not staying here. A hotel for a month would cost thousands. Then that's the price of helping him. Your family, your issue, your cash. Here's the deal. Sarah earns well as a marketing manager. I do all right as a mechanic. We keep separate finances, splitting bills 50-50. The apartment lease has both our names." I looked at her for a long moment. "You're really making me choose between helping my brother and keeping the peace with you?" "I'm not making you choose. I'm setting my boundary. Your family's mess isn't my concern. If you can't respect that, maybe we should question if we're a good match." That stung, her threatening our relationship over my homeless brother. "You're absolutely right," I said, keeping my cool. "My family isn't your concern." She smiled, pecked my cheek. "I knew you'd get it. That's why I love you. You're so reasonable." I called Marco back. Couldn't let my little brother live in his car. I used my savings to cover 2 weeks at a budget motel. Cost me $1,400. Helped him move his stuff, bought him some groceries, and got him clothes for his interviews. Sarah found out when she saw my banking app open. I wasn't hiding it, just checking my balance. "You actually paid for a motel?" "My family, my issue, my cash. Just like you said." She seemed irritated but let it go. Marco aced one of his interviews. He started his new job the next week. Now he's staying with a coworker, paying rent, doing fine. But here's where things get juicy. Last Tuesday, 2 a.m., Sarah's phone starts blowing up. Her sister, Lisa, 31, calling repeatedly. Sarah finally picks up. I hear Lisa crying through the phone. She's been arrested. DUI? But not just a DUI. She crashed into a parked car and tried to flee. A witness called the cops. Sarah's freaking out, getting dressed, saying we need to go bail her out. "We?" I asked, still in bed. "Yes, we. Get up. She needs us." "Your family's trouble isn't my concern, Sarah." She stopped dead, staring at me like I'd sprouted horns. "Are you for real right now?" "Completely. Her bad choices aren't my emergency. She's in jail. And Marco was homeless. You told me to handle it alone. I'm just honoring your boundaries. This is different." "How?" "She made a mistake. Marco lost his job to layoffs. Lisa chose to drive drunk. If anyone's to blame for their situation, it's her." Sarah stood there, speechless, then started shouting. "You're being spiteful right now. My sister's in jail." "I'm not being spiteful. I'm being fair. Your family, your issue, your money. Bail bonds accept credit cards." She called me every name under the sun and stormed out. She came back at 8 a.m. drained. Lisa's bail was $15,000. Sarah paid $1,500 to the bondsman. But there's more. Update 1. You wanted an update, so here it is. The entitlements on another level. After the bail drama, Sarah gave me the cold shoulder for 3 days. Then Lisa's court date got set, and the reality sank in. She needs a lawyer. A DUI with property damage and fleeing? That's serious. Thursday night, Sarah came to me. All sweet, made my favorite meal, poured some wine. Babe, we need to talk about Lisa's situation. Your family, your problem. Remember. Her expression hardened. Ethan, this is serious. She could go to prison. Then she needs a lawyer. Lawyers cost at least $10,000 for this. She doesn't have that. Sounds like her issue. Sarah slammed her glass down. I can't afford it either, not after the bail. Maybe Lisa should have thought of that before driving drunk. You're being heartless. I'm using your exact reasoning. How's this heartless when it's what you said about Marco? She switched tactics. I know what I said about Marco was cold, but this is different. Lisa could lose her job, her place, everything. Marco did lose his job and place, and he didn't even break the law. Can you stop mentioning Marco? Can you stop being a hypocrite? Things got heated. She accused me of being vengeful, manipulative, uncaring about her family. I pulled up the voice memo I'd recorded of our talk about Marco. Yeah, I recorded it after she threatened our engagement. Seemed wise. Played it for her. Her own voice. Your family's trouble isn't my concern. She tried to snatch my phone to delete it. I stopped her. That's out of context. It's the same situation, except your sister committed a crime. Sarah's parents, Miguel and Elena, called me the next day. They've always treated me like family. Miguel, Ethan, we heard you're refusing to help with Lisa's situation. I'm following Sarah's boundary. Family issues stay with that family. Elena, but you're engaged. You're practically family. Sarah made it clear when Marco was homeless that family problems are individual responsibilities. I'm respecting that. Miguel went quiet. She refused to help Marco? She didn't tell you? Marco was living in his car. Sarah said it wasn't her issue and threatened to rethink our engagement if I let him stay with us. Silence. We didn't know. Ask her about it. They hung up. An hour later, Sarah came home livid. You told my parents about Marco? They asked why I wouldn't help. I explained I was following your rules. You're trying to turn them against me. I told the truth. If that makes you look bad, that's on you. Saturday, Lisa showed up at our place. She looked rough, sleepless, stressed, overeating. Ethan, please. I know Sarah was wrong about Marco, but I'm desperate. I could lose everything. You should have thought of that before driving drunk. I made one mistake. A mistake that could have killed someone. Marco's mistake was working for a company that downsized. You're ruining my life over a grudge? I'm not ruining anything. You did that when you drove drunk. This isn't a grudge. It's fairness. She started crying. Sarah came out, comforting her, shooting me daggers. Ethan, you're heartless. No, I'm exactly as heartless as you were 3 weeks ago. Same vibe, different person. Lisa left. Sarah packed a bag. Said she was staying with her parents to figure things out. Take your time, I said. But rent's due in a week. Your half is $1,100. She slammed the door so hard the walls rattled. Sarah came back after 4 days at her parents'. Turns out they weren't as supportive as she'd hoped after hearing about Marco. But the real drama kicked off when Lisa's case progressed. Her public defender urged her to plead guilty for a lighter sentence. Lisa panicked, insisting on a private attorney. She started a family group chat. I'm still in it somehow, begging for contributions. The family split. Some said everyone should chip in, others said Lisa made her own mess. Sarah's cousin Diego dropped a bomb. Didn't Sarah refuse to help Ethan's homeless brother? Why should we help Lisa? The truth was out. Apparently, Miguel and Elena spilled the tea at a family dinner. Sarah was getting dragged in the chat. Sarah's aunt. So family only matters when it's yours? Her brother Javier. Marco was homeless, and you said it wasn't your problem? That's harsh. Sarah tried to spin it. That was different. We have boundaries. Diego. Boundaries for his family but not yours? That's not boundaries, that's selfishness. Then Lisa, desperate, did something dumb. She posted online, asking for donations for her legal fees, painting herself as a victim. Someone, not me, I promise, commented with the police report details. DUI, property damage, fleeing the scene. The post blew up in her face. Her employer saw it. Fired her for breaching their social media and ethics policies. She worked for a charity. Sarah came home in tears. Lisa lost her job. Consequences. She's going to lose her apartment. Like Marco did. Stop bringing up Marco. Stop being a hypocrite. She threw a plate at the wall. I started recording on my phone. You're destroying my family. Lisa destroyed herself. I'm just not softening her fall. I'll never forgive you. You threatened to end our engagement over my homeless brother. Why should I care about your forgiveness? Then came the ultimatum. Help Lisa, or we're done. I laughed. Actually laughed. Sarah, we were done the moment you told me my brother living in his car wasn't your concern. I just stayed to see you face your own rules. You stayed for revenge. I stayed because I pay half the rent and don't break leases. But yeah, watching you deal with your own standards has been a perk. She moved out that night. For good. Yesterday, Lisa took a plea deal. 6-month license suspension, probation, community service, mandatory AA meetings, and $5,000 in fines and restitution. No prison time. Lucky her. But with no job and a DUI on her record. She's moving in with Miguel and Elena. Sarah's staying there too now. I kept the apartment. Marco moved in as my roommate after Sarah left. His new job's going great. He pays half the rent, keeps the place spotless, and doesn't tell me family doesn't matter. Sarah texted me this morning. You ruined everything for petty revenge. I replied, no, I followed your boundary. Your family's trouble isn't my concern. Remember? I hate you. Your feelings aren't my concern either. Blocked her after that. Final update. Wasn't planning to update again, but the ending's too good. Sarah tried to save face. Not with me, that bridge is burned, but with her reputation. She started telling people I was controlling, toxic, that I orchestrated the whole situation. Her mistake? Forgetting about the recording. When her friend Chloe texted me, calling me garbage for abandoning Sarah, I sent her the audio. Sarah's own words. Your family's trouble isn't my concern. Chloe went silent. Then, oh, she left that part out. Word spread. Sarah's friend group fractured. Half thought she got what was coming. Half stood by her. That half shrank when they heard the full story, that she threatened our engagement over my homeless brother but demanded I help her drunk driving sister. The apartment lease was up for renewal. I thought about staying, but Marco and I decided to level up. Found a great 2-bedroom closer to his job. He's already been promoted. The kid's killing it. On moving day, Sarah showed up. Still had her key. The lease wasn't done yet. I want to talk. About what? Us. We can fix this. There's no us. Ethan. I know I messed up with Marco, but you were so cruel about Lisa. I treated Lisa exactly how you taught me to treat family in need. If that was cruel, what does that make you? She started crying. I loved you. You loved having me. There's a difference. Someone who loves you doesn't threaten to leave when your brother's homeless. I was protecting our home. And I was protecting my principles. Turns out mine are higher than yours. She left her key and walked out. Last week, Miguel called. He apologized for the whole ordeal. Said I was right to hold my ground. Mentioned Lisa living with them is tough. She's entitled. Doesn't pitch in. Complains nonstop about her unfair situation. She keeps saying if you'd helped, this wouldn't have happened. He said, exhausted. If she hadn't driven drunk, this wouldn't have happened. We know. Sarah defends her, though. They're perfect for each other then. He gave a tired laugh. We liked you, Ethan. Wish it had gone differently. It could have. Sarah made her choice. Mutual friends say Sarah's on dating apps now. Her bio says she wants someone family-focused with strong morals. I laughed so hard I nearly choked. Marco and I are thriving. He's dating someone great, saving money, doing well. We have dinner together most Sundays. Just brothers catching up. Last week, he thanked me for having his back when no one else did. Always, I told him. That's what family does. Sarah never got that. No, she thought family only mattered when it was hers. Her loss, man. Yeah, it really was. Looking back, Sarah did me a favor. She showed me her true self. Someone who preaches boundaries only when they suit her. Who sees my family as expendable but hers as sacred. Who uses ultimatums to control. The trash took itself out. Marco asked if I regret how it went down. My only regret? Not seeing Sarah's real character sooner. Could have saved myself a ring. But watching her face her own rules. Seeing her parents realize who she is. Worth every cent of that ring I'll never get back. Lisa's still dealing with her DUI fallout. Sarah's still single. Marco just got another promotion. And me? I'm good. When you stick to your values and protect the people who matter, life sorts itself out. My family's issues weren't Sarah's problem. Turns out, her family's issues aren't mine either. Funny how that works.